Hello students, welcome to online class on Unix programming. Today we are going to see the three standard files available in the Unix operating system. The shell, it will associate three files with the terminal, two for display and one for the keyboard. These files are streams of character which many commands sees as the input and the output. When a user logs in, the shell will make available these three files representing the three different streams. Each stream is associated with the default devices. Means here the Linux operating system, it have the three standard files. Those are standard input, standard output and the standard error. And for these standard files, a external device has been associated. Standard input, it will be represented with the stdin, that is standard in is there. Okay, then the standard in stream is numbered as the 0. The standard input, it have the some integer number, so it have the number as the 0. The bash shell takes the input from the standard input, and by default the keyboard is the device which has been associated as the standard input device. Then next is standard output. Here it will be represented as or written as the standard out. The standard out stream, it is numbered as the 1. Okay, it have the integer number as the 1. The bash shell, it will send the output to the standard out, std out. Then the output goes to the display, means the terminal, it will be associated with the standard output device. Then standard error is there, so it will be represented as the stderr, standard error. Okay, it is numbered as the integer value 2. So the bash shell, it will send the error messages to the standard error. Then error messages go to the display, means here even it is going to contain the terminal as its device. So just remember here, three standard files are there: standard input, standard output and the standard error, where the standard input, it will be represented as the standard in and it has the integer value as 0. Then whatever the shell you are going to use, terminal, it will take the input from the standard input. Okay, means through the keyboard only we are sending the input, so keyboard, it is going to act as the standard input device. Then next is standard out is there. Okay, std out, it has the integer value as 1. So whatever the output your shell is going to display, it want to show, that will be the standard output. Okay, so here terminal will be the standard output. Then standard error is there. Standard error, it have the integer number as 2, and if while executing any program or the command, if any error is going to occur, those things will be redirected to your standard error. Okay, by default your terminal will be the your standard error device will be there. Even we can use the file as our standard error file or the our standard output files. Okay, then the three standard files, the standard input can represent the three input sources. Okay, it will be represented with the three input sources. The first one is the keyboard. By default through the keyboard only you are going to give the input. Then the second way is a file. From the file also you are able to take the input. Okay, so through the file also it is possible to redirect the input to your shell. Okay, so whenever you are using the file as an input to any program or the command, that time you have to use this less than symbol there. Okay, that is the symbol which will be used for the standard input. Then the third way is using the another program. Okay, that will be done by using the pipeline. Okay, in the previous videos we have seen that pipeline, the output of one command will be given as an input to the another command. Okay, so in that case also it is going to work like a standard input, means in which all ways the input will be given to your command or the program. By default keyboard, second one is by using the file, and another one is by using the another program or the command. That one will be done by using the pipeline. Then the standard output, where all you can display your outputs there. The standard output, or you can say that the standard terminal. So sorry, standard error. By default terminal will be there, so on the terminal only you are going to display the your output there. Then even it is possible to redirect the output to the another one file also. In that case you have to use this greater than symbol or the double symbol. So this has been called as the insertion symbols there. Okay, then as a input to the another program using the pipeline, the output of one command that will be input to the another program. So the output of one command is there, na, that is my standard output that I am redirecting to the another one file or program or the command. So that is the third case. Just remember, standard input, three ways are there. First one by using the keyboard, second one by using the file. If you are using the file means you have to use the redirection operator, that is less than symbol, or you are able to use the pipelines also. Then standard output, by default it will be terminal. Then by using the redirection symbols here, greater than or the double greater than will be used, and then the pipeline is there. Just see this diagram here. Standard input, you have given any one command there for the shell. For example, here I have given the ls command there. Okay, so I have given the input, so that input will be entered through my keyboard. So through the standard input I have given the input to my shell there. Then shell will process that command. Okay, then whatever the output is there, that will be redirected to your standard output. So here standard output will be my terminal. Okay, then next, redirection into the file. Okay, this is the example for how you are going to use the keyboard and the terminal. By default you are going to use the keyboard as your standard input and the terminal or your display device as the standard output. Next, we will see how you are going to redirect to any file. So each stream uses the redirection command. Okay, that is single bracket greater than or the double bracket. This double greater than is then this will be used. It will be used to redirect to the standard output there. Okay, this thing will be used for redirecting the standard output. If the target file does not exist, if you are redirecting your output to any target file, if it does not exist, then the new file with that name will be get created, and in that file the standard output will be get copied. Okay, and whenever you are redirecting your output to the any file, in that case the output is not displayed on the terminal. Just remember this thing. Okay, then while redirecting, two forms are there. First one is the override. So commands with a single bracket, okay, it is going to override the existing file contents. Okay, then how this redirection will be used in the standard output? Greater than symbol will be used for the standard output, less than for the standard input, and greater than for the standard error. See here, for the standard output and the standard error, it will be use the terminal and the greater than symbol and the pipeline as our display device there. But there should be a difference between standard output and the standard error. So to make that difference, standard error, it should always preceded with its integer number, that is 2 there. Okay, just make a note here. Writing 1 and greater than or greater than is same. There is no need to specify 1 here. If you are going to write only a greater than symbol, by default it is 1, that is my standard output. It should be redirected to some file. Okay, so it's not necessary to write the 1 there. So similarly, standard input, what is the integer value for the standard input? 0 is there. If you are going to write a less than symbol or 0 and less than symbol, both are same only. Okay, but if you are going to write the standard error, then compulsory you have to write the integer number there. That is 2 you have to write integer number, and it is a standard error there, output, right? So you have to write this greater than symbol. Okay, see here syntax how we are going to use. Here you have to write the any command, then standard output, okay, command, then the file, because you are redirecting to the file there. Okay, see example cat sample.txt. Okay, this thing already we have seen. Whatever the thing we are going to write in the terminal, that thing will be redirected to my sample.txt. Okay, then next is append. Okay, so commands with a double bracket, okay, they are not going to overwrite the contents which are already present in the file, they are just going to append it. Okay, see, same thing, double insertion will be there for the standard output, then the double less than symbols will be used for the standard input, same thing, the integer value 2 and the double insertion will be there for the standard error. Okay, see, this is the format cat double insertion file name, and here you are inputting to sample.txt. Okay, then here we will see one example. Just assume that file, assuming file2 does not exist. Okay, the following command, it is going to redirect the standard output to the file my output and the standard error to a file my error. Means what? Here I want to display the detailed description of the two files, file 1 and the file 2. Okay, and we know that file 2 is not exist there. Okay, so and whatever the output you are going to get, that will be redirected to the file my out, and whatever the error it is going to display, that should be redirected to the my errors here. Whatever the output you are going to get after executing this command, that will be redirected to the my out, and one is there means standard output. And if you are going to get any error, that will be redirected to the file my error. So standard, through the standard input, you are going to take the input there. Okay, here the processing will be done. After processing, if you are going to get any output, that will be redirected to the standard out, and if you are going to get any error, that will be redirected to the standard error there. Okay, once again we will see the execution. Then, using both standard input and the standard output, Unix commands can be grouped into 4 different categories. The first one will be directory-oriented commands like mkdir, rmdir, and the cd, and some of the basic file handling commands like cp command, mv command, and the rm command. They are not going to use either standard input nor the standard output there. Okay, they use neither standard input or not the standard output there. Okay, then next is they're just going to perform their operations. Next is the commands like ls, pwd, who. Okay, they don't read the standard input, they are not going to take any input through the command, through the keyboard, but they will write the output on the standard output, that is on the terminal they are going to display. Okay, just you are going to write the pwd, so you are not going to pass any value as a argument there. Okay, just it is going to execute, and whatever the output is there, that will be displayed on the screen. So here it is not going to read the data from the standard input, but output will be displayed into the standard output there. Okay, then commands like a lp is there, that is for the line printing, read the standard input, but it does not going to display the output in the standard output there, means it, but it don't write to the standard output there. Okay, then commands like cat command, wc, compare commands are there, which are going to use both standard input as well as the standard output. Okay, so the commands in the fourth category, those are called as the filters there. 4 categories are there. First one, they are not going to use the standard input nor the standard output. Second one, they are not going to use the standard input, but they are going to use the standard output for write-up purpose. Third one, they are going to use the standard input, but they are not going to use the standard output for write-up purpose. Then fourth one will be, they are going to use the standard input as well as the standard output. And the commands which are going to make use of standard input and the standard output, those are called as the filters. Make a note here that filters can also read directly from the files whose names are provided as a argument there. Okay. Then next is pipes. Pipes, it is going to redirect a stream from one program to the another. Okay, pipes with the piping, the output of the command can be used as an input or the pipe to the subsequent command. For example, here I have the one command Okay, the output of this command, it will be given as an input to the command 2. Okay, and this is the symbol which will be used for piping. Okay, so the same command internally it will be executed like this. The command 1 ka output will be redirected to the temporary file. Okay, then temporary files will be that the contents of temporary will be redirected to the command 2, and then you are going to delete or remove the temporary file. Okay, so these three steps will be written in a single step. Then redirection into a program. When a pipe is used to send a standard output of one program to the another program, first program's data will not be displayed on the terminal. Only the second program's data will be displayed, because the first program data will be given as an input to the second program. The output of the first command or the first program, it is not displayed on the terminal. Only the output of the second command or the program will be displayed on the terminal. Although the functionality of the pipe may look similar to our insertion or the double insertion, but has the significance difference. Pipe is going to redirect data from one program to another, while the brackets are only used to redirection of the files there. This will be used only for the redirection, but here the pipe will be used to redirect the data from one program to the another. Here we can see some example. See, ls minus al and the more is there. Okay, so here you are displaying all the files, hidden file, as well as you are performing the long listing of all the files which has been present in your current directory. Okay, that output will be given as an input to your more command, which is going to display the output in some percentage format on the screen. Then next, who is there? Who is going to list who all are logged into my system? That will be given as a input to the sort command, which is going to sort that logged in user in the ascending order. Then it will be displayed in the line per printing. Okay, then ls star.txt is there. It is going to list all the files which are going to have the extension as .txt, and that will be redirected to the txt file. Here you are creating one file which is going to contain all txt files there. Okay, so here output of the first command, it is given as the input to the second command. Okay, next is creating a T. T is an external command that will handle the character stream by duplicating its input. It saves one copy in the file and writes the other to the standard output. What happens normally whenever we are redirecting our output to the some file, directly that output will be copied to that destination. But intermediately, if you want to save that output, that one will be done by using the T command. Here it is going to create one copy of that output in some text file, in some file, and the same thing will be redirected to the next command there. It is also a filter and hence can be placed anywhere in the pipeline. Filter means what? It is going to use the standard input as well as the standard output. Just see the example here. The following command sequences uses T to display the output of who and saves this output in the file as well. Okay, so here who means what? It is going to display all the user who all are logged into your system. Okay, see, as you have used the pipeline means the output will be redirected to the next command there. Here the output will be not displayed on the terminal. But as you have used the T command here, okay, so the whatever the output you are going to display, that will be redirected to the user.list also, and it is going to display on the standard output also. So here we will see the execution of some commands. Okay, ls, first I want to check which all files are present in the current directory. Okay, abc.c, abc.o is there. Then file 1, file 2, these all files are there. Okay, now I want to display the detailed description of abc which is present, then abc2 which is not present. Okay, and whatever the output will come, that output should be redirected to my file output 1. My file output 1. If this command is going to display any error, that should be redirected to the my error. Okay. Now I want to see then my output 1. Correct. See here. ABC file is already present. So ls minus l of ABC, that will be redirected to the my output, because here externally you have redirected the output of your command to the file, that is my output 1. Okay, then see, we know that ABC2 is not exist, right? So I will check, it should display the error there. Error. See, cannot access the ABC2, no such file or the directory. Okay, just I will see here. If I am not going to redirect that input and output to the file, then what happened? Directly on the terminal, you are going to get the output of the ABC. Then as ABC2 file is not exist, that will be displayed here. But I have redirected the input, the output to the particular file. Output of ABC, okay, the output of ls minus a ABC2 command, it will be redirected to the file my output 1 I have used, and the redirection symbol means standard output. Then 2 greater than my error I have used. If any error is going to occur, that should be redirected to the file my error. Okay. Then next is pipe command. Okay, next one will be the pipe commands we are going to see. Piping we are going to see. Piping means the output of one will be displayed as an input to the another. So ls minus al is there. So this is the output here. Okay, it is displaying everything. ls minus al, then pipeline of more. Okay, see here in the percentage wise it is going to display. Whenever you are going to press the enter, the next line will be displayed. Okay, so output of your ls, that will be given as a input to the more command there. Okay, then creating a T is there. With the T, how you are going to work? T means what? Normally whatever the output you are going command you are going to write, it is not going to display that. But see here, same thing I am going to say here. LSA, then I say that T, then details.txt. Okay, it is going to display in the terminal. Okay, with that it is going to make a copy. Details.txt was my file name, right? See, once again it will be displayed. One copy will be displayed to the standard input, as well as one copy will be created into the file. See, details.txt means these all things will be present. Okay, then next is with the redirection and the appending mode. Okay, appending mode. Here what happened? ls my output is there. Okay, already we know this thing. Okay, in the my output, the output of the abc is present, and in the my error, the output of the abc2 error message is present. Okay, just I have used the single error there. Okay, now I want to change this. Okay, abc0 to file. Okay, and here I will use the 24. Okay, see what happened now. My output and the 1. Did I have done any mistakes here? That means it does not. Both are cannot access there. Okay, no problem. My error. See here. It is consist of 02 and the 024. Initially 2 of will be overwritten here. Are you getting this one? Okay, no problem. Once again I will explain. See here, ls, which all files are there? abc and abc.c. Okay, see, initially cat my output, my output one is there. Okay, nothing is displayed. Okay, my in error one. Okay, sorry, my error is there. Two statements has been present. Okay, now with the redirection symbol we are going to see that same thing, but just redirection symbol. Okay, but here what I am going to do there, just I am going to say that abc.c is my file and abc 36. Okay, this is my file. Okay, just we will see now. Cat, we'll see my output one is there, my output C. Now initially it was empty, now it is consist of the data. Okay, what happened here? It is going to append it. Okay, append we will see in this, my error. See, append means initially it was having the two statements abc02 and the abc24, but here as you have used the double insertion, it is going to append it. Okay, at the end it will be appended. If you are not going to use the append, then see what happened. This I'm going to remove the append. Will not work with the my error. Just I'm going to take the my error, cat my error. See, here it is going to delete all these contents and only the output of the current command will be recorded here. Okay, thank you. Thank you.